What did ancient humans do all day? Imagine this. Tomorrow morning you wake up and your phone is gone. No internet, no YouTube, no TikTok, no Netflix, not even electricity. You are now living 30,000 years ago. The sun is rising. You have an entire day ahead of you. So, what do? Most people get this completely wrong. We imagine ancient humans spending every moment fighting for survival, running from predators, hunting mammoths, struggling to stay alive. But according to anthropologists, the truth is much more surprising. In fact, many hunter-gatherer societies worked less than modern humans. Yes, less. Today, many people spend 8 hours working, then more time commuting, scrolling social media, checking messages, answering emails. Ancient humans often spent only 3 to 5 hours a day finding food. That's it. So what did they do for the rest of the day? Well, that's where things get interesting. The first part of the day was usually spent gathering food. But gathering wasn't just picking berries. It was knowledge. A huge amount of knowledge. Ancient humans knew hundreds of plants, which ones were safe, which ones were poisonous, which ones could heal, and which ones could kill. Modern humans rely on Google. Ancient humans carried an entire encyclopedia inside their heads. Every tree, every season, every animal track, every sound in the forest. Their brains were living maps. And what about hunting? Movies make it look like a giant battle between humans and animals. But real hunting was often much stranger. Humans have a secret superpower, endurance. We're not the fastest animals, we're not the strongest, but we can keep moving for a very long time. Most animals overheat when they run too long. Humans sweat. We cool ourselves down. That allowed ancient hunters to chase animals for hours, sometimes all day. Eventually, the animal collapsed from exhaustion. The human didn't. Humanity's first superpower wasn't strength, it was persistence. But once food was found, did people simply go home and sleep? Not even close. Now another job began, making tools. Today, if you need a knife, you buy one. Ancient humans had to create one. From stone, bone, wood. One mistake could ruin hours of work. Some people became incredibly skilled craftsmen. In many ways, they were the engineers of their time. Children were busy too. There were no schools, no teachers, no classrooms. But children were learning every moment. They watched adults, copied them, played games, practiced throwing sticks, practiced running, practiced wrestling. To us, it looked like play. To them, it was survival training. Ancient children weren't preparing for exams. They were preparing for life. But the most important part of the day happened after sunset, the campfire. A simple fire changed human history. When darkness arrived, people gathered around it. They talked, they laughed, they sang, they made music, and most importantly, they told stories. Today we watch Netflix. Ancient humans watched each other. Today we scroll social media. Ancient humans sat face to face. Many scientists believe storytelling was born around campfires. Stories about hunting, stories about animals, stories about the stars, stories about mysterious things hiding in the darkness. Those stories became myths. Myths became culture. Culture became civilization. In a strange way, the campfire was humanity's first movie theater, its first social network, its first classroom, and maybe its most important invention. But here's the really surprising part. We often imagine ancient humans as miserable, yet some anthropologists think they may have been happier than we expect. Their lives were physically harder, but psychologically, maybe not. They were rarely alone. They lived closely with family and friends. Their work had purpose. They spent their days outdoors, connected to nature, connected to each other. Now compare that to modern life. Millions of people live in crowded cities, yet many feel lonely. We have unlimited entertainment, yet we're often bored. We have more technology than any generation in history, yet many people feel disconnected. So the next time you pick up your phone, remember this: a human living 30,000 years ago had none of your technology, no internet, no smartphone, no television, no video games, and yet they always seem to know what to do with their day. Maybe the biggest difference between us and them isn't technology. Maybe it's that they never forgot how to spend time with each other, and maybe that's something modern humans are still trying to figure out.